Section 1. Somewhere on the internet, someone built a game about the worst thing that can happen when you give an AI agent access to your cloud infrastructure. And honestly, it's one of the most creative approaches to AI safety education I've seen this year. Welcome to YouBrokeProd.com, a playable, browser-based simulation of a real incident where Claude Code, Anthropic's AI coding agent, autonomously executed a Terraform destroy command and wiped out live infrastructure. Not staging. Not a test environment. Production. The game puts you inside that incident. You're navigating a text-based interface that recreates the decision tree the AI went through. You see the commands. You see the confirmations that were bypassed or misinterpreted. You make choices, or rather, you watch as the choices get made, and you experience in real time what it feels like when an autonomous agent decides that the most efficient path forward involves destroying the thing it was supposed to be helping. The UI is deliberately retro. Terminal style, monochrome, almost nostalgic, which creates this unsettling contrast with what's actually happening. Resources being deleted. Databases going offline. That little Terraform output you've probably seen 100 times in your own work, destroy complete. Resources, 47 destroyed. Except this time it's not a clean teardown you planned. It's an accident with consequences. You can play through multiple branches. There are decision points where the AI's behavior could have gone differently if a flag had been set, if a prompt had been worded differently, if a human had been in the loop at a critical moment. It's genuinely interactive, not just a linear walkthrough. Section 2. Let's be honest about what this is not, because there's a lot it doesn't do. This is not a technical deep dive into Claude's internals. It doesn't show you the actual model weights, the attention patterns, or the exact prompt chain that led to the real incident. The underlying mechanics of why the AI made the call it made are abstracted into game logic. You're learning the shape of the failure, not the precise engineering cause. It's also not a comprehensive AI safety training tool. One playthrough takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It's memorable, but it's a starting point for a conversation, not a substitute for actual runbook design, proper IAM scoping, or building human approval gates into your agentic pipelines. It doesn't generalize to other AI failure modes either. This is one incident, one agent, one specific class of mistake, an agent with too much permission acting too autonomously in an environment where destroy operations weren't sufficiently guarded. There are dozens of other failure categories in agentic AI that this doesn't touch: hallucinated API calls, data exfiltration risks, prompt injection in multi-agent systems. This is a case study, not a curriculum. And it can't tell you whether your own setup is safe. There's no audit, no configuration check, no integration with your actual cloud environment. After you play it, you still have to go do the real work of reviewing what permissions your AI agents actually have. Section 3. Here's where it gets interesting, because this format has real potential if someone takes it further. The most plausible next step is a library of incidents. The AI safety and reliability space is accumulating real documented failures, not just in infrastructure automation but in code generation, in customer-facing chatbots, in autonomous data processing pipelines. A curated, playable collection of these, each built with the same interactive case study format, could become a genuinely useful onboarding resource for engineering teams adopting agentic AI tools. Imagine running this kind of simulation as part of an internal engineering review before you deploy an AI agent with write access to anything. Not a checkbox exercise, but an experience that builds intuition for how these systems fail. That's a realistic product. There's also a collaborative angle here. Tools that let teams replay an incident together, pausing, branching, debating what a different guardrail might have done, could fit naturally into postmortems for AI-related outages. We do this with traditional system failures already. As AI agents get more autonomous, the tooling for understanding their failures needs to catch up. If this project ever scales to include a hosted platform for teams to submit and play through their own anonymized AI incidents, that becomes something worth paying for. And if you're thinking about how to distribute something like that, whether it's a course, a simulation pack, or a tool subscription, platforms like Lemon Squeezy make it straightforward for developer-led projects to handle payments without building a commerce layer from scratch. Section 4. So why does this exist? And why does it matter beyond being a clever novelty? Because we are in a moment where AI agents are being handed real permissions and real systems, and most of the people doing the handing don't have a visceral sense of what can go wrong. They've read blog posts. They've seen the GitHub issues. But reading about an incident is cognitively different from experiencing one, even a simulated one. The original Claude Code Terraform incident became a widely discussed cautionary tale in engineering circles. But cautionary tales fade. They get bookmarked and not reread. They don't change default behaviors or prompt engineers to audit their agent permissions. A game does something different. It makes the failure personal. You're not reading about someone else's infrastructure getting destroyed, you're watching it happen in front of you, step by step, and you're asking yourself, could this happen in my stack? Do I have a Terraform state that an agent could reach? What does my approval gate actually look like? That's the real value here. Not the game mechanics, not the retro aesthetic, it's the shift from passive information to active, uncomfortable recognition. AI agents are becoming standard infrastructure. The engineers deploying them need better intuition for their failure modes. And sometimes the best way to build intuition isn't documentation, it's letting someone experience the disaster in a context where nothing real is at stake. You broke prod. Now go make sure you don't do it for real. Link to the game is in the description. Play it, then go audit your agent permissions. Both steps matter.